while we're going to be fighting Gary. So, one thing that we need to keep in mind, like you probably heard this all the time if you ever saw someone like playing Nuzlocke and you're trying to learn something about Nuzlocke, is that you have to play around crits. Crits are very annoying to deal with. It can lose you Pokemon for no reason. You have to always play around crits, right? Well, something you need to play around as well in Generation 1 is the 1 in 256 glitch. So what is the 1 in 256 glitch? So basically, let's say Tackle. Tackle is a move that has 100% accuracy, right? Well, because of how buggy Generation 1 is, there is a 1 in 256 chance that the move will miss. Basically, every time you use Tackle, the AI, the game, will calculate a number from 1 to 256. If it's 255 or below, the move will hit, but if it's, 256, it will miss. So there's always a little bit of a chance that your move will miss. So if you actually want to have the most practical and, no mistakes Nuzlocke ever, no deaths, no anything, something that you need to play around in Generation 1 specifically, even though you have to play around crits on like every generation, in Gen 1 specifically, you also have to be aware of the 1 in 256 glitch, because if you miss a move that's 100% accurate and you lose a Pokemon because of it, it's a little bit lucky, but maybe you can only blame yourself if there was another out. So we are slower than this Charmander, which is a little bit annoying. But let's see, damage-wise, it seems pretty average. I think we are actually... He already got a crit. This means we're already going to be losing unless we get a crit. Or he goes for, like, Growl. But yeah, that's why we saved beforehand. I do want to always... to like, never have a single death. But he got a crit, we didn't. And he got 2 crits. Unless I get a crit here, we're going to have to reset the run. Oh, he goes for Growl, okay. Okay, we did it! Thank God he went for Growl. Okay, that's how you beat Gary. Just a bunch of RNG this first fight. There's not really much counterplay to talk about. But yeah, just be aware of the 1 in 256 glitch. That's all I can really tell you. So this fight is really, really easy. So we're just going to beat him. And then we're going to go ahead and go to Viridian Forest and make our way to Brock. Not a lot of trainers in the beginning of the game, but it gives us a decent time to just have a good early game, talk about some mechanics, and have some good time. So Gary has 2 Pokemon. He has level 9 Pidgey with Gust and Sand Attack. I think that's it. Yeah, Gust and Sand Attack. So remember, Gust is normal type move, so you can just use Beedrill if you want, or Bulbasaur, whatever Pokemon you're using, even if it's weak to flying, because Gust is normal type. Don't forget that. But I'm just going to be using Rex here with Horn Attack. It's a pretty decent offensive move and pretty decent amount of damage, so I'm just going to use Rex for a little bit. I do like using this Pokemon quite a bit. And finally, the Charmander. I forgot to put on Seb mode. We haven't done any like substitutions or anything, or like any switches, so it doesn't really matter. It's our first trainer fight, not counting the Gary on Palatown, right? On our first starter fight, Bulbasaur versus Charmander, so I always forget to put on Seb mode. This is always something I forget to do, but I'll put that after this fight. It's a rule. But I didn't switch, so it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, Charmander has Scratch and Growl, so again, very, very easy to beat. It's level 8, and that's how you beat Gary, the first one. Let's go ahead and beat the first gym. So, level cap 14, 2 Pokemon, let's do it. I'm Brock, I'm Peter's gym leader. I believe in rock hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then, show me your best. Okay, Brock. Brock has a starting out with his level 12 Geodude, and this has Tackle and Defense Scroll. So, something else you might have thought, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe use Beedrill as a second option when you like weak to rock type moves. Well, Brock doesn't really have any rock type moves, so yeah, we don't really have to worry about that. So we're just gonna Vine Whip, and this should honestly be 1 or 2 hit KOs on both of his Pokemon, and that should be pretty much the first gem. Not too much to worry about. But yeah, and just in case you have Beedrill's backup, Onix has Tackle, Screech, and Bide, which Bide is really useless, and Screech is okay, but he just dies very quickly. And that's Brock! Okay, let's do it. Little kids should leave grown-ups alone! My god, don't I want to leave you alone? I really do. This guy, man. Level 16 Raticate, that's so scary! Okay, so we're gonna Leech Seed. Oh my god, it's already starting! Look at that, 20 damage. And we flinched? We're dead to Hyper Fang. So we need to switch. He's faster than me too. What do you have? Do you have Leer or Growl? Leer, right? God damn it. We'll go Stinger, maybe. I wanted to Growl as well, maybe. I think we lose. That flinch was really bad. Whoa, my god! We're dead! We're dead to Hyper Fang. I have to go Rex. Look, what do you do? He went for Tail Whip. Okay, okay, this is good. Tail Whip is okay. I'm gonna have to Horn Attack here. Okay, double Tail Whip is really scary. I need to switch, but I don't really have an option, a Pokemon to switch to. How much? That's a good chunk. I need to switch here, because double Tail Whip, Hyper Fang kills me. I can really only go into Scabbers or Ken here. Let's see, which one has the highest defense? Defense 22. What's your defense, by the way? 19? Holy crap, that's bad. What about Scabbers? 20. Alright, so we're going to Ken here. And then we'll go back into Rex. Just to reset Tail Whip defense drops. Quick Attack is good. We want Quick Attack. Quick Attack is no Hyper Fang. Okay. Go back into Rex here. And one more Horn Attack should kill. We just need a Tail Whip or something. Oh my god! Don't! That was half our HP. He cannot crit, basically. If he... Oh, okay, he missed. If he crits there, I lose the run. But I do not think going into Scabbers is an option there. What? Okay, if he crits, I still lose the run. He goes for Great Attack. Okay, we're fine, I think. Even crit shouldn't kill us. We made it! We made it! We didn't lose! This freaking trainer, man, it's so scary. Dun, dun, dun. Yo, Dan, you're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught, Dan. Alright. So he starts with his highest level Mon, which is a Pidgeotto. Also the only evolution he has on his team right now. So probably the scariest Pokemon you're going to have to deal with. So we're just going to be starting Broodroot here, and we're just going to Leech Seed. He's going to Sand Attack. That's perfect. I want to switch Broodroot out after the Leech Seed. Missed. How much damage? We're not gonna particularly need Broodroot for the fight, but I do want to go probably Rex here. I think Rex. Let's go Rex and just Horn Attack now. I'm not even sure if the Horn Attack is needed, or like the switch. The Leech Seed is even needed, but I kind of like it. I'm going to switch after this turn. Accuracy drop is too much right now for me, for my taste. We can just go back into Broodroot. Just spamming Sand Attack. Really annoying. But yeah, we have the Leech Seed going. And we're just going to go back into Rex. He goes for Gust finally. So we're probably able to hit a pretty nice Horn Attack. And we should be fine here. Yeah, Pidgeotto a little bit scaring. So he goes into evolution right now, decently leveled. That should do quite an okay chunk, that's fine. Quick Attack. That did 11, so crit is 22. Okay, we do kill. Okay, that's pretty good. This is gonna go to Abra. Abra only knows Teleport. So something I'm gonna be doing just to like show you like you can do these things is I'm gonna go into Broodroot, right? And I'm just gonna Leech Seed and just switch between Pokemon and get full HP. This way we can because he can't do anything, he's just gonna teleport. So we can just switch between Rex and Broodroot and get some HP back. Or use a Pokemon, a move that doesn't do any damage, obviously. I kind of want some HP on Rex right now, right? So what I could do is just kind of spam Leer. And just kind of wait for Leech Seed to give me HP back. How's Brew Root is totally fine, I think. I think we'll just give HP to Rex. Unless he goes like full HP. We can just go back to Brute Root. We probably do not want to finish on Brute Root. We want to have a different Pokemon out because Gary still has this Charmander. So yeah, just heal our team. I probably don't need to do this. It's just like maximizing my strategies to ensure my victory, basically. But this is probably something that I wouldn't do unless the fight was kind of scary. I think this fight is totally fine to do once we beat the Pidgeotto. But why not? Get our Pokemon full HP. Yeah, he's gonna have a scary Pokemon as well. Another one, Rattata, level 15, so he has Hyper Fang. So danger alert, Hyper Fang, Rattata, really scary. Do not underestimate Rattatas, they do a lot of damage. So we probably want to stay with maybe... Honestly, Rex is fine. He's... I think, right? I think Rex is fine. We could just use Rex. So yeah, we're pretty much gonna be full HP on both Brood and Rex. I'll switch now because he's getting kind of low, and I want to have Rex on the field once the Aber dies. So just a little bit more. I know it could be a little bit boring, but just bear with me. Just getting our team back to full HP from all that Pidgeotto shenanigan. One more to be full HP. I really like Leech Seed, if you haven't noticed. I think 2 more Leech Seeds. I think we can get Rex full HP as well. That's fine. Doesn't do damage, huh? Alright, let's go back to Rex. And 1 more should kill, and that means... Oh, actually 2 more. Okay, we'll Leer once, and then we can just tackle, I guess. Because Rex does good against the Rattata and the Charmander. Oh my god, 1 HP! I cannot attack. It has to be full HP. God damn it, I calculated this perfectly. Look. Aber dies in both Bulb or both the Ivysaur and both Rex, the Nirina are full HP. Look at that. Absolutely perfectly calculated. So Rattata, Danger Alert, Hyper Fang, scary. We're just gonna go Horn Attack though. But we do have a lot of switch options and all of our Pokemon are really healthy. Nice crit there. Taking care of that Rattata is really nice. And finally the Charmander. Oh, I didn't really talk about moves. Pidgeotto has Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack. Abra only has Teleport, and Rattata has Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, and Hyper Fang. And finally, Charmander has Scratch, Growl, Ember, and Leer. So we can just stay, honestly. No reason really to switch here. So we'll just Horn Attack. It goes for Leer. I'm totally okay with that. And we can just kill the Charmander. I think the scariest Pokemon is probably either the Pidgeotto or the Rattata. Both of them can be pretty annoying. But Pidgeotto seems to spam more Sand Attacks than actually attack, while Rattata probably just goes for Hyper Fang. So probably Rattata is scarier than the Pidgeotto. And that's pretty much Gary. Kind of a scary fight again. He's fighting these Psychic types right now. A lot of my Pokemon are Poison types, so I'm kind of scared of Psychic types in particular. Not only because they're the best type in the game, but they're also strong against most of my team. Drowsy doesn't have very good defense compared to like special defense, though. So that's not a crit. How much damage was that? 15? So crit is 30. So if I was playing Generation 3, I would peck here because there's not the 1 in 256 glitch. But if we peck miss, so the 1 in 256 glitch, and he crits Karate Chop, we die. So I'm gonna switch here, and he's gonna Karate Chop again. I'm gonna go Brute Root maybe. It's really sad that Ivysaur doesn't... Oh, that's a crit! You see that? It was a crit! Imagine I miss. Imagine. Just freaking imagine. I actually missed a pick there. I actually lose Fear and I lose a red. Crazy how he actually crit. What I would say, I kind of got hyped because I was right there. You know? I was like, oh my god, he's gonna crit maybe. Oh, that's kind of funny. But I don't think we die from Confusion crit, do we? It's kind of scary. But what I was talking about, it's kind of sad that we don't get Sleep Powder very early on with Bulbasaur and Ivysaur in Gen 1. He goes for Hypnosis. Okay, that's fine with me. better than Confusion crit. I'm scared it might kill me for some reason. So Hypnosis is 60% accuracy, but he does hit. That means Sleep Powder for 1 to 7 turns, and I take the whole turn waking up. So if your Pokemon is put to sleep in Gen 1, you probably are just going to switch out and never use the Pokemon for the rest of the fight. Ideally we go Scabbers, but kind of rough. Kind of looking a bit rough, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. He goes double Hypnosis, holy crap. I think we stay 1 turn then, for Leech Seed, you know? He goes to Sable and everything. This is totally fine with me. He's losing HP. Yes, Pound. Does he not have Confusion? He might not even have Confusion. I think I remember this guy does not have Confusion. I think Drowsy learns Confusion level 19. I'm gonna confirm this because I think I'm right. And if that's true, then this fight is totally... I'm just being stupid, really. Maybe I should know this, right? Drowsy, Move Pool, Gen 1. Checking on my phone right now. Give me a second. Might be right, and it's just like on level 19. It's level 17, so he does have Confusion. Ooh. Okay. So I think we just keep trying to, like, wake up. That's like our third or fourth turn. He's not using Confusion, though. He's just pounding or trying to disable me, which is interesting. But I'll take it. Scabbers is going back to full HP. This is good. But yeah, really scary, this fight. Oh my god, these Psychic types against my team. Half my team is freaking poison. That was not a crit! What? That was not a crit. I guess you have to go Ken here. That was not even a crit? Holy crap, but I can't even play the game. He hits 60% Hypnosis 3 times in a row. That wasn't even a crit. Holy crap. Jesus, man. We woke up, but he used Confusion. Do not crit. Jesus, man. What the hell is that damage? $23 special. 19 special. 17 special. 41 special. At least he tanks pretty well. That's a nice special. That means he has high special defense. 32 is fine. 26 is really bad. I think Rex might actually be the best option here. Okay, Pound. We should kill. Oh my god, these... But, like, what is my counter to this? Actually, like, with my team members right now, I don't have anything. Holy crap, if he just Confusions multiple times, I'm screwed, no? Oh, look, I have 21, 2 Pokemon. I have 2 Pokemon. Everything according to the rules, so let's go ahead and fight Misty. Hi, you're a new face. Trainers who want to turn pro have to have a policy about Pokemon. What is your approach when you catch Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water types. With water-type Pokemon. So, okay, Misty starts with her Staryu. Level 18, it has Tackle and Water Gun. So we're just going to be using our good buddy Brute Root, and we're just going to spam a few Vine Rips. I don't think the Staryu is a big deal at all. The thing about Staryu and Starmie is that they're very fast Pokemon with decent special. Starmie specifically, Starmie is a very good Pokemon. But Staryu is okay, I guess. Oh, and by the way, Misty has an X defense that she can use on both her Pokemon, and it's a 25% chance that she uses it randomly. So she uses X defense right now, which is I'm totally fine with. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna Vine Whip and kill the Staryu. But yeah, Staryu is not gonna be a big deal, I think. Even if you just have Gloom and you don't have Ivysaur, I think the biggest problem in the fight is going to be Starmie. Starmie has it's a very powerful Pokemon, very good stats, very high speeds. That means it has very high crit rate. But move pool wise, it's totally fine for you to deal with just Gloom, even if you don't pick Ivysaur as your starter or Bulbasaur, right? Brute Root. So Starmie has Tackle, Water Gun, and Bubble Beam. So no Psychic type move. So if you have a Poison type like Ivysaur, it's totally fine to use. And it doesn't have anything like Water Pulse of Gen 3 that can confuse you and make it all kind of wacky with what's the word? Like random chance? RNG dependent. So yeah, I'm just gonna lead sheet to make sure. I want to play this as safe as possible. It's a critical hit there. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna lead sheet, and then we can Vine Whip, see how much damage it does. But I really like lead sheet, Vine Whip, and Sleep Powder combo. Oh, she used the Hex Defense again. So again, the random 25% chance we talked about. We just kind of get the lead sheet heal, and we can go for the Vine Whip. Let's see how much damage. It's pretty good. But if I don't do that much damage, because Starmie has high special and high speed, and it's often that it's going to crit a lot. Be aware of crits. Starmie is a very fast Pokemon. Remember, crits are based on speed, so Starmie is probably going to like crit a lot. But I don't even need Gloom. I just use Brood. It seems it crit twice. But yeah. I could just go into Gloom. If I go into Gloom, I probably just Poison Powder and have the Leech Sheet Poison Powder combo of just doing a lot of damage. And I can just have a good time absorbing after that. But we don't even need that. Bonjour, Dan. Bonjour. Imagine seeing you here. Dan, were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. We have 24, right? Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas. Alright, thanks for the tip, I guess. Alright, so Gary starts with the Pidgeotto, has Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack. So yeah, again, because of the annoying Sand Attack, he likes to spam. I'll just go for the Leech Seed. And because Gust is a normal type move, he doesn't get the super effectiveness, so we're totally fine with that. Okay, I think we'll go into Rex now. Yeah. We can Horn Attack the Pidgeotto. So let's see, Quick Attack, this 10 damage crit is 20. Okay. Quick Attack does more damage than Gust, so there he goes with a crit. We're still fine to use Rex for a while. Okay. So this should go into the Kadabra now, or not. Usually, the AI in later generations, I guess. Actually, I think in Gen 1 as well, but not on Gary fights, for some reason. They go to a Pokemon that has super effective moves against your Pokemon, but not Gary specifically for some reason. Right, goes Raticate. Hyper Fang crit kills? I think if Quick Attack is 20 damage with crit, right? And Quick Attack is 40 base, Hyper Fang is 90. So, I don't think so. We'll go for Horn Attack. Tail Whip? Okay, now yeah, probably. We will go... Ceres. Ceres has insane stats, so he's a pretty good option. Tail Whip, a little bit annoying. We'll go for Bite. Yeah, we just... He's just dead. Okay, Kadabra. So yeah, Ceres and Scabbards are very good options for the Kadabra at this point, I feel like. Disable Splash Bees? Okay, or Tackle, that's fine, because we wanted to Bite. And again, Kadabra has very low defense, and Ceres has insane stats all around, so just a one-shot. And finally, the Charmeleon. We can just stay on Ceres. And just kind of double Bite. And alright. My god, Gyarados is broken! There we go. 3 Pokemon, level cap is 24, everything's ready, so let's do it. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, that's for sure. I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zapped my enemies into paralysis, the same as I'll do to you. I'm sorry to tell you, Lieutenant Surge, you can't really paralyze my ground-type Pokemon unless you're using Stun Spore, and you're not. Right, but okay, so Lieutenant Surge starts with its level 21 Voltorb. This has Tackle, Screech, and Sonic Boom. We're gonna Dig. We are actually faster, which is pretty cool. And as you know, Dig 100 base power, basically the same as Earthquake. Boom! Just one-shot it. Next up is gonna be the Pikachu. It's level 18 only. It has Thunder Shock, Growl, Thunder Wave, and Quick Attack. The only way it'll do damage to me is actually if he did the Quick Attack there. He actually used an X Speed. Lieutenant Surge can use an X Speed on each of his Pokemon. And it's a 25% chance randomly to use it. So it really doesn't matter. You're just gonna go down and die. And finally, it's going to be the level 24 Raichu, the Lieutenant Surge Ace. This Pokemon has Thunder Shock, Growl, and Thunderbolt. So he doesn't even have a normal type move, which means he can't even do damage to Diggler. And yeah, it's just one more dig. And that's Lieutenant Surge! That was hard, right? Dan defeated Lieutenant Surge! Yeah. So, hey Dan, what brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. Right, so now we actually have finally a counter to the Gary Pidgeotto with our Graveler. You can just kind of rock throw. Pidgeotto, as always, just wants to spam Sand Attack usually. It has Gust, Sand Attack, Quick Attack, and Whirlwind. We're just going to try to hit a rock throw, which doesn't always happen. It's not that high accuracy. As you can see, we missed already. Whirlwind doesn't work. Only works on the Wild in Gen 1. And that's pretty good damage. We'll try to probably just go for a Tackle. That's higher accuracy than Rock Throw, and we don't need more damage. And as you can see, Tremor tanks it really well, and we just missed a Tackle, okay. Is Tackle 95 or 100? I never know. Alright, but this goes into the Execute. We're gonna go into Stinger for this one. The Execute only has Barrage and Hypnosis, so this shouldn't be too much of a trouble here. We just kind of wake up and use Twin Needle, and we kill. Wow, that was a one-turn Hypnosis. That's pretty cool. So he's just gonna Barrage for a little bit of damage, but the 4-time super effective Twin Needle should be very nice here, and that should be the Execute. Very nice. Okay, let's see. This is gonna go into the Gyarados. This Gyarados has Leer, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Hydro Pump. What the hell is that? He has Dragon Rage and Hydro Pump, and then he also has Bite. Absolutely crazy move pool, to be honest. So, we're gonna try to go into Brew and Leech Seed, because this thing is pretty scary. It goes for the Leer. I'm totally fine with that. We're gonna go Leech Seed now. But damn, this one is actually a pretty offensive move pool, no? Dragon Rage and Hydro Pump. Okay, so we got the Leech Seed going. I think we just go Saris here. Actually, Scabbers I think is a better option. Both of them are pretty fine. How much does Bite do? That did 16, so crit is 32. Alright, let's Hyper Fang it. Very nice damage. He goes for the Leer, and I think we're fine. So I'll just go for another Hyper Fang. He didn't even Dragon Rage, which is pretty good for us. There goes the Gyarados. Got Scabbers level 26. Alright, he goes for the Kadabra. Again, Kadabra very scary as well. Teleport, Confusion, and Disable, but the Confusion can do a lot of damage. But we finally have a Psychic type counter with Baku. Baku resists the Psychic moves and has Headbutt to counter on terms of damage, so pretty happy with this, having this Pokemon on our team now. We can just Headbutt if he doesn't disable it. Alright, Hypnosis with Disable, that's totally fine. And we can just probably like 2 Headbutts, yeah, and kill the Kadabra. Very nice. Very nice. And that's scary. Oh no, we're missing the Charmeleon. Okay, the starter. We can just go back to Tremor. You could also use Saris if you want to. But Tremor, I guess, is kind of safer. So he used... Charmeleon has Growl, Ember, Leer, and Rage. Something you should know about Gen 1 Rage is that when you use Rage, it's locked. So you will always use Rage every single turn until your Pokemon, the Pokemon that use Rage, basically dies, or is switch. I think you can still switch, right? But yeah, he will just spam Rage until this fight is over. Very bad move. Never use Rage. Never, never, never. Very, very bad. Alright. He's building his Rage, obviously, but who cares? You're against a Rock-type Pokemon with extremely high defense. That was a critical hit and it did 1 damage. That's kind of funny. And there we go. That's scary. Alright, so I think we're ready. 3 Pokemon, level cap is 29. Let's do it. Hello! Lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name is Erica. I am the leader of the Celadon Gym. I teach the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea that you wished to fight me, to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Sure. Okay. So Erica, 3 Pokemon, starts off with her Victory Bell. Level 29, this Victory Bell knows Razor Leaf, Ramp, Poison Powder, and Sleep Powder. So Erica can be quite annoying if you have Pokemon using special moves, because you probably don't one-shot these Pokemon, and getting Sleep Powdered is really annoying, because again, Sleep is 1 to 7 turns, and you take the whole turn waking up. And yeah, it can be really annoying to deal with. Victory Bell is a very good Pokemon as well, by the way. It does have Razor Leaf, and it's a pretty decently fast Pokemon, so it will most likely than not crit Razor Leaf. Obviously against our Stinger it doesn't really matter too much, but it can also do damage, right? It also has Ramp. Ramp basically makes you be paralyzed for like up to 5 turns, and you can't really do anything. There's no counter. So if he puts you to sleep and then he wraps you, you're kind of in trouble. Luckily though, we have Stinger, which we're going to be Twin-Needling. Again, because of the bug in Gen 1, where bug-type moves are super effective against Poison. Twin-Needle becomes 4 times super effective against these grass Poison types that Erica has. And we just one-shot the Victory Bell, not even using 2 Twin-Needles because we did crit. Next up is the Tangela. Tangela has pretty high defense and special, but its move pool is really bad, especially in Gen 1. It only has Constrict and Bind. I'm just going to go into Keys here. It's the safest option to deal with this. And it can't really do much to me. Constrict is the same thing as Ramp, basically, so I'm kind of paralyzed. Oh, I'm not? Then it's Bind and not Constrict, I guess. So what we're going to be doing here is going to Confuse Ray. It's an 100% Supersonic, basically. And he has 50% of hitting himself, which he did not, obviously. And now we can just Leech Life. 4 times super effective again. We don't have the stab bonus, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's only 2 times super effective, right? Because Tangela is a pure grass type. I think it's the only pure grass type of Gen 1. I think Bind is the same as Constrict. Yeah, it is the same. Or the same, not as Constrict. Bind is the same thing as Ramp. But already ended, so we can just keep Leech Lifing. And he's out of Confusion. I guess I can do that again. Yeah, Golbad is not really needed. You could just stay on Stinger if needed, if you want, but I think this way is a little bit safer. And we back to Leech Lifing here. Slowly but surely we'll take down this Tangela. I mean, you could hit yourself at least once, you know? Like, it's... Enemy AI never hits itself, but we always hit ourselves. God damn it. The AI is a cheater, I tell you. Okay. And one more Leech Life. This leaves Erica's final Pokemon, which is going to be the Vileplume. This has Petal Dance, Poison Powder, Mega Drain, and Sleep Powder. So Vileplume is pretty good. It has pretty good special. I think Victory Bell can be scarier though with its move pool. I think Petal Dance still does a lot of damage, so you gotta be careful about that. But other than that, it only has like Mega Drain. I feel like Victory Bell can be a little bit scarier. Did hit itself, which is pretty nice. We'll go back into Stinger here. Can just add Kenya as well as a backup, but as you can see, we're totally fine in this gym fight. Unless he Sleep Powders, he goes for the Petal Dance, which does a lot of damage. We're 4-time resistant, so it doesn't do that much, obviously, against Stinger. Stinger's just the ace Pokemon that you want to bring for Erica, and boom. Another critical Twin-Needle. We don't even need the second part of the Twin-Needle. Just the first part is enough, and that is pretty much Erica. So, I must say, I am impressed you got here. And that's all he says when we fight. So Giovanni has 3 Pokemon. He starts off with his level 25 Onix. This has Screech, Bind, Rock Throw, and Range. We just one-shot with Vine Whip here. Really not an issue, Onix. Very low attack stats, so it won't do anything, even if it survives 1 turn or 2. Goes into the Rhyhorn. This has only Horn attack. It's going to be another Vine Whip one-shot. And this leaves the only possible threat in the entire team of Giovanni, the Kangaskhan. We're just going to Leech Seed this. The Kangaskhan has Comet Punch, Rage, and Bite. So yeah, if you don't have a Rock type option to deal with this, as you can see, he deals a lot of damage with this Comet Punch. But us having the counter of Tremor, a rock type, you can easily take care of the Kangaskhan. He uses Rage, so again, if a Pokemon uses Rage, he is locked in Rage until he faints, basically. Yeah, I think the Leech Seed just helps me out a little bit with the damage, specifically because, as you know, Tremor really likes missing rock throws. But yeah, we just he deals 2 damage and I just heal it with a Leech Seed, and then we can just 2 damage with rock throw. And Giovanni can't really do much, he's just kinda raging. Oh, and Giovanni also has a 25% chance of randomly using a guard spec on one of his Pokemon, which he just did, which honestly, whatever, right? He can build up the Rage as much as he wants, he's not really going to do too much damage to Tremor. Yeah, without a rock type, the Kangaskhan can be a little bit threatening, but I think Gyarados would be a very good option here. You can Leech Seed as well if you have Ivysaur, you can use like Hypnosis and stuff like that. There's a lot of, I guess, things you could do. The easiest one is obviously just using a rock type, which the only one you can get is really Tremor, and I guess Onix, but Onix is really bad. I don't think I would use Onix. Probably would, but so much rather have the Graveler, I guess. And that's pretty much the Kangaskhan and Giovanni. Pretty easy fight. Gary, what kept you, Dan? Hahaha, I thought you turned up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket what? I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. I can't even read. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. Right, so yeah. Gary has around level 35 to 40 Pokemon. So this should be fine. He has his Pidgeot starting out level 37. As always, is really annoying. Just really likes to spam Sand Attack. We'll see if Tremor can hit a few rock throws. But yeah, Pidgeot has Wing Attack, Sand Attack, Quick Attack, and Whirlwind. And we're just gonna rock throw. He goes for the Whirlwind, which again does not work in Generation 1 against other... in a Pokemon fight against a trainer. It only works on the wild. So Whirlwind spam is gonna be perfect because Tremor hits both rock throws. It's the best start we could have gotten. And there we go. Even if Pidgeot attacks, right, it can't do really any damage to us. So eventually, if Tremor hits 2 rock throws, we win, right? Out of the 15 PP he has. So this is going to go into the Execute. Execute has Reflect, Poison Powder, Leech Seed, and Stun Spore. We're going to go into Stinger. This is pretty much a pretty good Execute counter, I guess. It really doesn't matter what this thing does to us. We can just end up using Twin Needle, and this thing is going to go down eventually. He has decent special, but low defense. Executor has great special and okay defense. So we do hit 2 times, and the Execute is poison. He goes for double Reflect for some reason. The AI on Pokemon Red is really bad with Gary specifically. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, that's the Execute. Pretty free win. And this is gonna go into the Gyarados. Gyarados has Dragon Rage, Hydro Pump, Bite, and Leer. We're gonna go into Charge Bolt and Thunderbolt this. It should be a one-hit KO. All that really matters is that we don't die, and he goes for the Leer, so this should be a pretty free Thunderbolt. And that should be a one-shot on the Gyarados. Very nice. 2 Pokemon remaining. This thing is gonna go into the Alakazam, which we are going to be going to our very, very good counter, Trunker. And we're going to slowly take care of this Alakazam. He's going to go for the Sable. Which one? Hypnosis. That's the one move I didn't want to use, so that's pretty good. So we're going to Leech Seed. He's going to Psybeam. So Alakazam has a 130 base special? 135? I don't know. Trunker has 120, which is pretty good. So we go for the Leech Seed. We're going to go for the Stun Spore, which is a very good status condition Gen 1. And now we're also, if we hit, we're at 75% accuracy, we're going to be faster than the Alakazam, and he can be fully paralyzed. And now we just spam Egg Bomb. We have the Leech Seed, we have the Stun Spore on top, and now we just Egg Bomb, which just one-shots the Alakazam. Egg Bomb is an 100 base normal type move with 75% accuracy, but oh my god. That was crazy. We just one-shot the Alakazam, and he used 2 Psybeams, and look at the damage he did. Alright, lastly is going to be the Charizard. We can go into Tremor, and then we also have Ceres's backup. So it should be totally fine here. He's gonna spam Rage. When you use Rage, you're locked into Rage for the rest of the... for like ever, until your Pokemon faints or you win the battle. And yeah, we're just gonna spam a few rock throws. Hopefully we'll hit eventually. But yeah, Charizard is absolutely locked into this rage, which means our rock throw 4 times super effective should do the trick. And boom. That's how you take care of Gary. Easy peasy. Ah, Dan, so we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters. Or experience a world of pain. Alright, so Giovanni's a lot easier. He has way less variety in terms of typings. Yeah. He's gonna start with his Nidorino. This has Horn Attack, Poison Sting, Focus Energy, and Fury Attack. We're just gonna Psychic and kill it. Now it should say here, should be pretty free. Alright. He's gonna go into the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan has Comet Punch, Rage, Bite, and Tail Whip, so Tremor completely walls this, and we can actually finally use Earthquake instead of relying on Rock Throw. He's just locked into Rage again, so this should be fine. 2 Earthquakes should do it. And there's really not much the Kangaskhan can do. Alright. Go 41, okay. He's gonna go into the Rhyhorn. This has Horn Attack, Stomp, and Tail Whip. We'll go... I guess we can go Cirrus. And just Water Gun the Rhyhorn. And finally the Nido Queen. This has Scratch, Tail Whip, Body Slam, and Poison Sting. I think we'll just go back into Baku. And we can just Psychic. Body Slam, 30% chance for paralysis. He did get it, unfortunately. But this might even kill. Oh, it doesn't, barely. Go for Headbutt here. Fully paralyzed twice. Cool, cool. There we go. There is Giovanni. Pretty easy fight. Right, so let's fight Koga. Wahahaha! A mere child like you dares to challenge me? Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. You shall feel the despair of poison and sleep techniques. And sleep techniques? What do you mean sleep techniques? He has no sleeping things. Did I read that wrong? Well, moving on though. Koga starts with his level 37 Coughing. This has Tackle, Smog, Sludge, and Smoke Screen. We're just gonna Psychic. And this is a one-shot. Pretty easy. There we go. He's gonna go into the Muck. This is gonna have the Sable, Poison Gas, Minimize, and Sludge. We're just gonna Psychic and kill it. He's gonna go into his other Coughing again, Tackle, Smog, Sludge, and Smoke Screen, the same move pool, and the same level as well. We're just gonna Psychic and kill it. And finally, there's the Wheezing. So this dies to a Psychic, but because of the 156 glitch, we're gonna switch because Wheezing's move pool is Smog, Sludge, Toxic, and Self-Destruct. And if he self-destructs, we actually lose Creature, and that means we lose a run. So I'm gonna go into Tremor. Because we found out in this Nuzlocke, right, that Self-Destruct, usually what I'm used to is if the AI's last Pokemon, he never self-destructs because it automatically loses him the fight. But something that we've seen in this Gen 1 Nuzlocke, right, is that we've seen a lot of enemy trainers with self-destructing Pokemon as their last Pokemon, the AI going for it still. So we're just gonna make sure that he doesn't go for the self-destruct here. There's no reason to risk it. We can just go into Tremor, which can tank the self-destruct if he does go for it, and we also can just do a lot of damage with Tremor Earthquake. So he went for an Axe attack? He has X attacks. The information I have is that Koga has 2 X speeds that he can use per Pokemon, and he uses it randomly, 25% chance of the time. But he uses an X attack, which is interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much Koga. I had a vision of your arrival. I have had psychic powers since I was a child. I first learned to bend spoons with my mind. I dislike fighting, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. And alright. Let's fight Sabrina. So Sabrina starts with her Kadabra. Kadabra has Disable, Psybeam, Recover, and Psychic. So no Reflect yet. Our strategy here is just to go as offensively as possible. So we're gonna Bite with Cirrus, get that 125 base attack going and smashing the Kadabra with 1 hit. This is gonna go into the Mr. Mime. So the Mr. Mime is kind of more supportive. This has Confusion, Barrier, Light Screen, and Double Slap. So again, he has Barrier and Light Screen, but Kadabra and Mr. Mime have very low defense. So another Bite, we should be faster. Cirrus is also pretty decently fast. We don't one-shot. I was expecting a one-shot. Okay, that's fine. He goes for the Light Screen, so we're gonna stick with Bite and kill the Mr. Mime. And so far, so good. He's gonna go into the Venomoth next. This is fine. I'm just gonna keep biting. Venomoth is probably the worst Pokemon in her team, but it does bring a lot of status conditions that she can use, I guess. So Venomoth has Poison Powder, Leech Life, Stun Spore, and Psybeam. We do get paralyzed, and we're gonna get Psybeamed here, which does not a lot of damage. We do get fully paralyzed. That should be fine. As long as we don't get confusioned, we should be able to take care of the Venomoth. Okay, there we go. So pretty good. Sarah's doing very nice work. Finally, the Alakazam. I think we might just be dead to Psychic Crit here. So I think it's time to switch. We're gonna go into our Alakazam counter, or any Psychic type counter, to be honest, Trunker. And he goes for the Recover spam. So this is, I think, a bug in Gen 1 where I think the Alakazams usually go 2 recovers and then start to do things. So we're going to be using Leech Seed here. Yeah, there we go. 2 recovers, and now he should start to play normally. It's probably just a bug in the code for the AI. So we're going to play this slowly. We have the Leech Seed. He goes for the 3rd recover. We go into the Stun Spore. And now, even if Trunker for some reason couldn't handle the Alakazam, we have 2 more switches. And Alakazam is so doomed, right? He has the Leech Seed going. He has the Paralyze, making him 75% slower, which means, you know, Alakazam is a very fast Pokemon with very high special. This means you actually can attack first and have a better time. And as you can see, the Egg Bomb just does so much damage. This Alakazam hasn't used a Reflected. And yeah, Alakazam has Psybeam, Recover, has, what is that? Psybeam, Recover, Reflect, and Psywave. That's his move pool. So he doesn't even have Psychic. And this should be the kill. And yeah, that's how you deal with Serena. Boom. Let's challenge Blaine. Aha! I am Blaine. I am the leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokemon will incinerate all challengers. Ah, you better have Burn Heal. And alright. Time to fight Blaine. So Blaine will start out with his Growlithe. This has Ember, Leer, Takedown, and Agility. We're just gonna go for Surf with Escargot. And we're actually faster, which is awesome. Omastar is pretty slow, but this thing has insane defense and special, and with the Rock and Water typing, it is a great counter to Blaine. But pretty much any, like I mentioned, any Water type or any Ground type, Rock type that you want to use is going to do very well here. And we did get something. What happened there? We got Ponyta. It has Tail Whip, Stomp, Growl, and Fire Spin. So we got Fire Spin. Does this mean we cannot attack during Fire Spin? I actually don't know. If that is the case, it might take a little while for us to hit. Yeah, we cannot move during Fire Spin. Interesting. So it kind of works like Wrap. And what is the other move? Bind? Oh, he uses Super Potion on full HP Ponyta. That's kind of funny. Blaine does have 2 Super Potions that he can use per Pokemon that he actually uses randomly with a 25% chance. So he actually used the Super Potion on his full HP Ponyta and ended up being freed from the Fire Spin, which means we actually killed the Ponyta, which is kind of funny. Next up, it is going to be the Rapidash. This has Tail Whip, Stomp, Growl, and Fire Spin once again. It doesn't go for this Fire Spin, so we should be totally fine. Look, he cannot do damage. We got the flinch, though. Okay, now I have to go over to the flinch. But yeah, that's the only real issue with Escargot, is that he's very, very slow. I think it's a base 65 or 55, something like that, base speed. But my god, is that defense and special really, really strong. As you can see, we're just one-shotting Blaine's entire team. Finally, he's going to be the Arcanine with Roar, Ember, Fire Blast, and Takedown. We're just gonna kind of just keep surfing, and Escargot is just gonna completely 1v4 this battle. No problemo. Just gonna lose 28 HP if we do one-shot, which we probably should, yeah. And that is pretty much Blaine. So level cap, 55 Pokemon. Let's do it. Wahahaha! This is my hideout. I plan to resurrect Team Rocket here. But you have caught me again, so be it. This time, I'm not holding back. Once more, you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. Yeah, not really the greatest trainer. Should be a pretty easy gym fight. So Giovanni will start with his Rhyhorn. This has Stomp, Tailwind, Fury Attack, and Horn Attack. We are just going to be using Wild Vine, Absorb, and I'm not really sure if this kills. Unfortunately, this doesn't learn anything better than Absorb, and it still does kill. So that's absolutely insane. Again, Wild Vine, insane defense and insane special. Very good to deal with all these ground types. This is going to go into the trio. This has a Growl, Dig, Sand Attack, and Slash. We're just going to keep using Absorb. Giovanni also has a Guard Spec for each of his Pokemon that uses 25% randomly. So 25% of the time he can use Guard Spec. It doesn't really mean much. We're just going to Absorb and take this thing down. And they can't really do much to Wild Vine. And Wild Vine does very good against all these ground types. Maybe not against the poison ground types, but we can switch on those. Just like this Nidoqueen. We're going to go ahead and probably just go to Bombshell here. Bombshell with 180 base defense is just going to be absolutely insane to tank all of these moves. Nidoqueen has Scratch, Tail Whip, Body Slam, and Poison Sting. So we're just going to be Surfing. We could also Ice Beam if we wanted. I'm just going to stick with Surfing though. And it should be pretty darn easy. One shot. There we go. Alright, pretty good. This thing is going to go into the Nidoking. This has Tackle, Horn Attack, Poison Sting, and Thrash. So we're going to be Surfing. This should also take it down. There we go. Very nice. This leaves Giovanni's last Pokemon, the Rhydon. So Rhydon has Stomp, Tail Whip, Fissure, and Horn Drill. So Fissure and Horn Drill, 1-hit KO moves if they do hit. They have a base 30% hit ratio, so basically a 30% accuracy. But they work in how they work in Generation 1 is that if your Pokemon has a current base speed faster than the Pokemon using Horn Drill, in this case Rhydon has a 40 base speed. If you have a Pokemon that has a higher base speed than 40, you should be totally fine. Now it is current speed, but since Rhydon doesn't really have any like setup move from speed like Agility, he can't really boost his speed that much. So we're just gonna go for an Absorb here. And even if he went through like even if he tried to use Horn Drill or Fissure during that switch, it wouldn't have hit because Tangela is faster than Rhydon. Tangela has a base speed of 60, while Rhydon has a base speed of 40. So that's pretty much Giovanni, pretty easy. But right now we're gonna have to fight Gary. What, Dan? What a surprise to see you here! So you're going to the Pokemon League. You collected all the badges too. That's cool. Then I'll whip you, Dan, as a warm-up for the Pokemon League. Come on. Alright, I completely forgot to swap my team, so I have Beedrill in first place. I just remembered that. But that's fine, we're just gonna go into Tremor. Okay, so Gary, give me a sec. Oh boy, so Gary starts with his Pidgeot. Pidgeot has Wing Attack, Agility, Quick Attack, and Whirlwind. We're just gonna use Rock Throw, and this thing can't really hit me. It's using Agility, so remember that having a higher speed means you have a higher crit chance, but it won't really do much to Tremor. And yeah, one more Rock Throw if Tremor just hits that. I probably could have even went for Strength as well. Yeah, let's try Strength here and see if it kills. He's just really spamming Agility for some reason. Alright, but yeah, he can't really do much to Tremor, so that switch doesn't really matter too much. Oh, I also have the XP all equipped. It's kind of funny. Okay. This is not something I wanted. As you can see, this is kind of annoying, but oh well, it's gonna be one fight. So we're gonna go into the Rhyhorn, we're gonna go into Wild Vine. Tangela is very well against the Rhyhorn. Very high defense, very high special. Goes for the Horn Drill. but Wild Vine's unaffected because Wild Vine is faster than Rhyhorn. We talked about one hit KO moves before, but yeah, Rhyhorn does have Fury Attack, Stomp, Horn Drill, and Tail Whip, and it's gonna go for the Absorb. Wait, was it Horn Attack or Horn Drill? I think it was Horn Drill, right? Might be wrong with that. But yeah, this XP is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Pretty easy. Let's see what he's gonna go for next. He's gonna go into the Execute. So we're gonna go into Stinger now. Stinger's it's a pretty good Pokemon to deal with the Execute. Execute has Leech Seed, Poison Powder, Solar Beam, and Growth, so nothing he does really matters. And Twin Needle is 4 times super effective, so as you can see we do a lot of damage. And that's the Execute. Okay, what is next, Gary? I really need to store the XPL, that's for sure. After this fight. He's gonna go into the Gyarados, so we're just gonna go into Charge Bolt here. Obviously this is pretty well against Gyarados Water Flying typing. When Thunderbolt should pretty much kill it. Gyarados is gonna go for the Hydro Pump. It has Dragon Rage, Hydro Pump, Bite, and Leer, so that's one of his strongest moves. It does quite a decent chunk. We shouldn't die to a Hydro Pump crit anyway, so we're totally fine right here. We're gonna go for a Thunderbolt. This should one-shot. Very nice. This leaves Gary 2 Pokemon. Let's see what he goes for next. This XPL, man. Stop it. We get it. We get it. Alright, it's gonna go into the Alakazam. So we have a pretty good counter for that. Obviously, Trunker. Insane special. Completely walls any Psychic move because he's also Psychic type. So he's not very affected by these hits. And with its extremely high special, he just takes no damage. We're just gonna go for an Egg Bomb. And we're gonna try to just kill it, basically. It has Psychic, Psy Beam, Reflect, and Recover. We missed our hit. This is kind of normal. Egg Bomb is 100 base normal type damage, right? Which is a lot, but he only has 75% accuracy. So it's the same as Sleep Powder. He does go for the Reflect as well. So this thing is getting a little bit sweaty. Not gonna lie, Trunker. You need to hit a few Egg Bombs. Through the Reflection, do damage. Here we go, about half. And we missed another one. We missed like 4. That's crazy. We missed 4 with a 75% accuracy. Yeah, okay, this should kill though, right? Even through Reflect, it does about half. No, it doesn't. Okay, we'll go for another one. He doesn't kill me with Psychic Crit from this range anyway, but my god, we were... It took a while for Trunker to actually hit the Egg Bomb. 75% accuracy doesn't mean you missed them all, okay, Trunker? You know, Pokemon moves are either 100% accurate or 25% accurate. But alright, we have the XPL being annoying as always, and finally is going to go into his ace, the Charizard, level 53, and we're going to go into Escargot. And the Charizard has Flamethrower, Slash, Rage, and Leer, so Escargot completely walls this with its incredibly high defense and incredibly high special, and we can hit back pretty hard. That was a crit Slash, by the way, it did 18 damage, and we're just going to surf the Charizard. Not really sure if this one hit KOs, but it does. And that's pretty much Gary. Pretty nice fight. And now, yeah, it's pretty... Now you have to fight him again on the champion. We'll see how that one goes. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? Hell yeah, we're ready. Let's do it. Okay. So, starting out Lorelei. Lorelei's theme is basically a lot of Ice-type Pokemon, but mostly duoing with water, right? Her whole team, basically, except for the Jinx, is Water-type Pokemon. And they kind of follow this theme where they're kind of bulky water types, but they still can hit back really hard. I think one of the Pokemon that can actually trivialize that a little bit is Jolteon. He has Stab Thunderbolt with insane special, and this thing does a lot of damage. So we're going to be attacking this Dugong. This should be a one-hit KO, to be honest. And Dugong has Growl, Aurora Beam, Rest, and Takedown, so this doesn't really have a very offensive threat, even if you don't one-shot it. And that's just going to be the Dugong. Something else I did, which I didn't really show, I can show you right now, is I did something called EXP edging, which is basically you put a lot of your Pokemon very close to the next level. So our level cap was 56, right? But I want to get as much levels as possible inside the Elite Four itself, because, you know, levels or stats, and stats are very important. So as you can see, like, Dugtrio has like 2 XP from going to the next level. You have like Creature as well, 3 XP from the next level. Charge-Volt actually was 1 XP from the next level. Every single Pokemon on our team is very close to level 57, so you can try to use the experience we're going to be getting as much as possible, and actually use it as a more valuable resource, so you can actually get the most stats from the levels we're actually going to be getting to the Elite Four. Because when it comes to Gary has a Pokemon like around level 63, so it's obviously still a decent discrepancy in terms of levels, and we want to make sure that the level discrepancy doesn't really impact our Nuzlocke too much. So yeah, EXP edging can be used on like gym battles and also the Elite Four. I mostly just use it for the Elite Four, because there's no real level cap after this, but it's something you can do on gym battles as well. So next up we have the Cloyster. Cloyster has insane defense, 180 base defense. This thing tanks any physical attacker pretty easily, but we're going to be using Charge Bolt, and Thunderbolt is just going to kill this. The Cloyster has pretty low special, because, you know, to balance it out, I guess. And Cloyster has Supersonic, Clamp, Aurora Beam, and Spike Cannon. So I don't think it also has a very decent offensive threat to even do damage to Charge Bolt. So we're just going to take down the Cloyster pretty nicely. And there's the second Pokemon on Lorelai's team. She's going to go into the Slowbro. So again, Slowbro has pretty high defense with pretty low special. So it's going to probably just follow the same fate as the Cloyster and Dugong. Slowbro has Growl, Water Gun, Withdraw, and Amnesia. So unless it sets up a few Amnesias, again, pretty low threat to be honest. And this should be a 1 KO as well. So Charge Bolt just completely annihilating Lorelai's team for now. And it's going to go into the Jinx. So the Jinx could be a little bit annoying. So Jinx obviously Ice Psychic. So interesting typing as well. Jinx has very low defense but decent special. I actually wanted to try a little bit and see how Pin Missile does. So we'll see. We'll maybe try 1 or 2 Pin Missiles. Pin Missile is not 100% accurate, so that kind of hurts us a little bit. But I did want to kind of check how good can actually Pin Missile be, because Pin Missile is a Bug-type move, so it's super effective against Jinx, and Jolteon learns it by level up. So I really wanted to try that. But Jinx has Double Slap, Ice Punch, Body Slam, and Thrash. A way better move pool than the other Pokemon. Let's see how much Pin Missile hits. We missed. Okay. That's a little bit rough. We're going to get hit with an Ice Punch. Ooh. I'll try 1 more Pin Missile, see if we hit. Okay, let's see how much damage we do. A decent chunk. That's pretty okay. That's half with 2. That's gonna be a crit. Are we dead to another crit? We were 120 maybe? 40? I think not. We'll try another Pin Missile. I just need you to hit 3 times now, and we kill the Jinx. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Maybe could have been better, but since Charge Bolt doesn't have that much attack stat, even with Jinx's low defense and super effective non-stab Pin Missile, I'm okay with that result. This does mean that we are kind of hurt for the Lapras, and the Lapras is obviously the biggest threat in Lorelai's entire team. Not only is Lapras a great Pokemon in general, it has insane HP stat, very nice bulk, very decent stats all around. It also has an incredible move pool and access to very good moves. Lorelai's Lapras, though, in specific, has Body Slam, Confuse Ray, Blizzard, and Hydro Pump, which is a very good move pool. So I think we have to switch here or we're going to be dying. So I'm going to go into Squishy here. So even though Charge Bolt, you know, he did his job, he killed a lot of Lorelai's team, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon. We got the Paralyze as well. Body Slam has a 30% chance of paralyzing your opponent. Unless the opponent is a normal type, it's a bug. Normal types can never be paralyzed from Body Slam. So even though Jolteon, you know, did its job, kinda, we unfortunately missed the Pin Missile. We only hit 2 times the first time. I still think we have a lot of other options to deal with the Lapras. One of them is going to be our Squishy, the Tentacle here. He's going to go for the Confuse Ray, and we're also paralyzed. I'm going to probably switch here. It would be pretty good if we hit, though. Very nice, Squishy. So you do hit the Mega Drain. Let's see how much damage this does. A pretty decent chunk. We also heal all the damage. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go into Escargot here, another pretty decent option for the Lapras. We have very high special. We have very high defense. So this thing cannot really hit us too hard with either Body Slam or Hydro Pump or even Ice Beam, right? Ice Beam, right? Blizzard. We have a pretty similar move pool, right? But instead of the Confuse Ray, we have Surf. So I think we're just going to go for a Body Slam here. Again, 30% chance to paralyze. We got a critical hit. It's not a lot of damage, but I don't really think... What else could we use? Not really anything that's not very effective. That did 56 damage. So crit does 112. That actually kills us. Interesting. I'm going to go back here into Squishy. It's a bit safer. The only problem really is going to be if we got Confuse Ray again. We can still go... Yeah, we can still go into Creature. I don't think Creature ever gets one-shot by any move. You can go Creature as a switch as well. And this is going to go for the Body Slam. Probably highest damaging move. Alright, and we're going to go back into Squishy. This Confuse Ray is really annoying. But I think we're okay. I think we're very okay. So go back into the Body Slam. And we're going to go Mega Drain. Okay, he's done with the Confuse Ray, which helps me a little bit. He got fully paralyzed. Oh my god. Starting to become a little bit shaky, but not too much. I'll have to go back into Creature, maybe? Let's go back into Creature here. He goes for the Hydro Pump, he misses. I don't think we're dead Hydro Pump. We're gonna probably recover here. A little bit of HP, make sure we're kind of nice and healthy. He goes for the Blizzard. Blizzard is pretty good. It has 120 base damage plus stab. So that does only that, to be honest, not that much. And has a 10% chance to freeze. If you remember, if a Pokemon gets frozen, you're gonna have a hard time not having it frozen because freeze is kind of permanent in Gen 1. The only real way to get rid of being frozen, there's no like unfreezing after or defrosting after a few turns. You have to use an Ice Heal. The enemy Pokemon has to use a Fire type move on you or use Haze. So I think we just keep healing here until he maybe misses a Hydro Pump or a Blizzard. There we go. Because it's not fully accurate, so eventually he was going to miss a move. And now he can more safely attack, in my opinion. So you can just go for the Psychic. Barely don't kill. Lorelei probably is going to heal here. Lorelei has 2 Super Potions. That's a crit Hydro Pump. That's a lot of damage. That's why we were recovering. So Lorelei has 2 Super Potions that she uses 50% of the time that a Pokemon goes below 20 HP. So this either it's going to heal or going to attack. Either way, I think we go for Psychic here. He didn't actually get the 50% to actually heal, and we don't get hit by the 1 in 256 glitch and finally kill the Lapras. That was a little bit more shaky than I expected it to be. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger. I've weight trained with my Pokemon, Dan. We will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Alright, Bruno. So Bruno uses Rock and Fighting type Pokemon, but not very good Pokemon, right? We already talked about how Fighting type is probably one of the worst typings in the entire Gen 1 game. And he also uses 2 Rock types, Onix, both of them. And Onix is not one of the best Rock types either. So I have a pretty decent strategy to very safely beat Bruno, just to make sure, because Creature is pretty frail, so Kadabra's pretty frail in defenses, has very low defense and HP, you know, he usually gets hit with a physical move and he's in trouble, right? But we do have a very safe plan to actually use Creature very offensively without worrying too much about the repercussions. And that's going to be the move pool we have for him. So Onix has very good defense and very low special, so we can easily one-shot this. Not only that, Onix is one of the Rock-type Pokemon in the game. It's a Rock-type, right? With very high defense, we know that. It's also kind of decently fast, but Kadabra is faster, and then it has very low attack stat. This thing hits really weak. So we're just gonna set up a Reflect here. And to even lower the damage this Onix can do, he's gonna go for a Rock Throw, which should be like, look at that. Imagine how low damage that is. That's Stab, Rock Throw on a Pokemon with low defense. We did Reflect, sure, but that's very low damage. Onix has very low attack. So just set up a Reflect. I'm going to set up the Reflect so I can safely go into a Substitute here. And the Onix doesn't actually break my sub. I don't want the sub to be broken, right? And now that we have all of this set up, we can start hitting with Psychic and start killing a few Pokemon. Oh, by the way, the Onix has Rock Throw, Rage, Slam, and Harden. So not really a lot of a great move pool here either. And we're just going to one-shot this Onix with a Psychic. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing with Creature. Just kind of one-shotting Bruno's Pokemon. But just in case we missed the Psychic because of the 1 in 256 glitch, or we maybe don't one-shot for some reason, we have that backup of the Reflect, we have the backup of the Substitute to be kind of confident. We can also heal with Recovery if you want. There's a lot of safety measures with this build, in my opinion. So this is going to go into the Hitmonchan next. This has Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Mega Punch, and Counter. So we're just gonna go for the Psychic here. Shouldn't be too much trouble, probably one-shot. I think Hitmonchan is probably the Pokemon with the highest special, maybe not counting Machamp. So if Hitmonchan goes down, Hitmonlee is definitely going down. Hitmonlee has Jump Kick, Focus Energy, High Jump Kick, a Mega Kick. And we're just gonna Psychic again. And just, you know, just add that layer of safety to make sure nothing goes wrong. You know, it's a deathless run, so we cannot really make any mistakes that punish us, or we're gonna get... we're gonna go see Brock again, right? So, kind of playing it safe. It's gonna go into another one of his Onix. His Onix has the exact same move pool as the other one, so Rock Throw, Rage, Slam, and Harden. I'm just gonna kill it with the Psychic. And, yeah, not really a lot of trouble here. Very nice. And this leaves the last Pokemon. It's gonna be the Machamp. Machamp has Leer, Focus Energy, Fissure, and Submission. So Fissure will never hit us. Fissure cannot hit through Substitute, and because obviously how one-hit game moves work in Generation 1, which is basically if the enemy Pokemon is faster than the Pokemon's current speed, you know, it will not work ever. So Creature's already obviously a lot faster than Machamp, and Machamp can, even if he could somehow hit Fissure, Fissure does not go through Substitute. And then he has Submission, so that is his move pool. Just gonna go for a Psychic. Even if we don't kill here, we can just set up another Reflect or just kind of Substitute again and be totally fine. But we do one-shot, and that is Bruno's team, just kind of one-shot from these Psychics. I do think getting the extra safety from the Reflect and Substitute gives us a lot of safety to not, you know, be punished by anything weird happening. But I still think Bruno is probably the easiest member to take down of the entire Elite Four and Champion team. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taking a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for fighting. Dan, I'll show you how a real trainer fights. Alright, so Agatha. Agatha specializes in Poison, Ghost? Not even too sure. But she has both Poison and Ghost type Pokemon. Now, what is the problem with really fighting her Gengar and stuff? So you could like say, oh, just use Kadabra, right? The problem with Kadabra specifically is that Kadabra is slower than Gengar. Alakazam is faster than Gengar, but not Kadabra. So it's really annoying to deal with these Psychic-type Pokemon or these Ghost-type Pokemon, I mean, if you're slower. Because the real theme of Agatha is mostly just to be annoying more than doing like a lot of damage in one hit. She likes to be annoying. She likes to set up status conditions. She likes to make sure you're confused, make sure you're asleep, you're paralyzed. You know, all these annoying. Maybe not paralyzed. Maybe she doesn't have paralyzed. But what I'm saying, right? She wants to like set you up with all these status conditions, annoy the heck out of you, and maybe win that way. So it's obviously very annoying to deal with. Diggler though is one of the exceptions. He's a pure ground type. It's actually faster than Gengar. He's one of the few fast ground types in the entire game, right? And this thing actually outspeeds Gengar. Not only that, because this is Generation 1, abilities that you're maybe used to from like Generation 3 onwards, of like Gengar, Haunter, and Ghastly having the Levitate ability, which gives them immunity to ground, does not exist in Generation 1. There are no abilities, there are no natures. So this means you can actually just use a Stab Earthquake here, and it's going to hit super effective against Gengar. And Gengar doesn't really have a lot of defenses, he's actually quite frail, but he does have pretty high special and stuff. But in terms of defense, pretty darn low. So we're going to be doing a lot of damage with Diggler in this fight. And that's kind of how you deal with Gengar. I think Dugtrio is a very good counter. The Gengar has Confuse Ray, Nightshade, Hypnosis, and Dream Area, so you see Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, very annoying if he actually gets to hit those moves before he can even do damage. So even if we don't one-shot Heater, we still do a lot of damage with Stab Earthquake, and boom, one-shot. We don't even need the crit. That's how frail Gengar is. If you actually manage to find a Pokemon that's faster, you can still do a lot of damage. Another great option, obviously, is Alakazam if you're actually using Trade Evolution. Since I'm not, I think Diggler is a very nice second option, to be honest. And it's going to go into the Golbat. So we're going to go for a Rock Slide here. The Golbat is very low threat as well. This has Supersonic, Confuse Ray, Wing Attack, and Haste. So it only really has Wing Attack as damage. We actually hit our Rock Slide, which is going to be a decent amount of damage. I think we can two-shot this with Rock Slide. which is all I really need. Oh, we got the critical hit! Remember, Diggler's insanely fast. What does that mean? Because crits in Generation 1 are based on speed, we have a high crit chance. And boom, we get the high, we get our chance to actually use a critical hit and just one-shot the Golbat. This is going to go into the Haunter next. This Haunter has Confuse Ray, Nightshade, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater. Once again, same move pool. We're just going to go back to using Earthquake. And again, this should be a very nice one-shot. If you one-shot level 56 Gengar, we definitely one-shot level 55 Haunter. And boom. Another very nice one-shot. Let's see. It's going to go into the Arbok. Arbok, very low threat again. Horrible move pool. Horrible stats. So Arbok has Bite, Glare, Screech, and Acid. We're just going to Earthquake this. Probably just one-shot it. Should be totally fine here with Diggler and just absolutely showing up to this fight. And boom, another Earthquake one-shot. This only leaves the final Gengar. This one is a bit higher level 60 with Confuse Ray, Nightshade, Toxic, and Dream Eater. And we're just going to go for another Earthquake here and take down the Gengar. This should be another one-shot. Yeah, that's how I think Dugtrio completely counters Agatha's team. The Rock Slide crit was very welcome, very nice to see. And Diggler just completely showing up, completely one-shotting Agatha, and that's pretty much it. No annoyance here, no status conditions were used by Agatha because we just completely annihilated her team before she could do it. Ah, I heard about you, Dan. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're harder to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Dan. Alright, Lance, the final Elite Four member, right in front of us. Let's go ahead and defeat him. So Lance specializes in Dragon-type Pokemon, but there aren't really a lot of Dragon-type Pokemon in Generation 1. There's only, you know, the Dratini line, so Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. So he has a few of those Pokemon, also has the Gyarados starting out, and he also has an Aerodactyl. So starting out, he's going to have the Gyarados, which Charge-Bolt is faster, and because he is a water flying, right? Thunderbolt is 4 times super effective and should one-shot. This Gyarados, by the way, it has Hydro Pump, Dragon Range, Leer, and Hyper Beam, so it can be quite scary. Maybe Hydro Pump and Hyper Beam can do quite a decent chunk to your Pokemon. So I'm just going to be sure to one-shot it, no problem, and that's going to be the Gyarados. Alright. You get Charge-Bolt level 58 as well, which is nice, and it's going to go into the Dragonair. So, the last thing I can probably teach you about Generation 1 is going to be how the opponent AI actually behaves with certain conditions. So we're going to go into Squishy here. Now, this Dragonair has Agility, Slam, Dragon Rage, and Hyper Beam. So it's going to go for the Agility. So, yeah, so something about the AI is that it usually likes to be faster than the other Pokemon. So because Dragonair is actually slower than Jolteon, the AI is going to just waste a turn on Agility. This means I actually have a free switch into Squishy, which is nice. But now this is where I actually explain one more thing about Gen 1 AI, is that, so we can go back into Dragonair's move pool, right? So let's see, Agility, which is a Psychic type move, Slam, which is a normal type move. We have Dragon Rage, which is a Dragon type move, and Hyper Beam, which is a normal type move. So Squishy is Tentacruel, right? Tentacruel is a water poison. This means that Tentacruel is weak to Psychic. And there's a weird thing about Gen 1 AI, where when they see that one of their Pokemon, right, in this case Dragonair, has a move that is actually super effective against the opponent Pokemon, he will always go for it. Even though Agility is a Psychic type move and does no damage, the AI will still see Agility as a Psychic type move that's super effective against Squishy's Poison typing. So this Dragonair will spam Agility forever. That is the last piece that's the last thing I can really teach you about Gen 1 AI. You can manipulate the AI into using a specific move and kind of being locked into it, even if the move does no damage, just because the typing of that move is super effective against the Pokemon you have on the field. So not only is Tentacruel insane, with insane special, insane speed, I think it's a very good Lance counter, because you can just bait all the Dragon-type Pokemon that he has to use Agility, which I think is really cool. So we're just going to be using Ice Beam, we're going to be killing Dragonair, and as you can see, it's going for Agility, even though it's probably already faster than Squishy. So that's pretty cool, I think. You can just use Tentacruel to completely counter Lance, and we're just going to be killing the Dragonair nice and easy. So this is going to go now into the another Dragonair, so this is going to go Agility again, but we're faster this time, and it has the exact same move pool, so Agility, Slam, Dragon Rage, and Hyper Beam. That's going to be the other Dragonair. It's going to go into the Aerodactyl. Right, the Aerodactyl, we have a pretty good option to this. We could just use, we could technically use Squishy, but I think a much safer option is just going to Escargot or Rock-type. So Escargot, you know, with 125 base defense, it's just not going to take any damage from this Aerodactyl. This Aerodactyl has Supersonic, Bite, Takedown, and Hyper Beam, so only normal type moves. This means we're totally fine here. I'm just gonna go with Surf here. We also have Blizzard if we want, we have Hydro Pump if we want, and as you can see, he's like critting because Aerodactyl is pretty fast, but it doesn't really matter because he can't do too much damage to Escargot, and we're just gonna take down this Aerodactyl. One Surf should be enough, yeah, because Aerodactyl's defenses aren't very good, and he's gonna go into his final Pokemon, the Dragonite. This is probably faster than Escargot, right? The Dragonite is faster, so I'm not really sure what it's going to go for. The Dragonite has Agility, Slam, Barrier, and Hyper Beam. So not only can this Dragonite spam Agility against Squishy, the Tentacool, but it can also spam Barrier, because Barrier is also a Psychic-type move. But it's going to go back into Squishy. Even if he slams or Hyper Beams here, he will never be able to one-shot Squishy. He goes for the Agility, and now he's actually locked into using Agility forever, or Barrier, right? And we're just going to kill the Dragonite with one more Ice Beam. And that's how you completely counter Lance and you get a free win on the last Elite Four member. So that is Lance. Very nice and easy. Hey! I was looking forward to seeing you, Dan. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on Pokédex, I looked all over for powerful Pokémon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokémon type. And now, I'm the Pokémon League champion. Dan, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world! Oh, that music is beautiful. Okay, our final battle is going to be Gary. He's going to be starting out with his Pidgeot. This Pidgeot has Whirlwind, Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and Mirror Move. We are just going to... Let's try a Blizzard here, see if we actually hit. He's going to go into the Mirror Move, but we're slower, so he's not going to be able to do any damage. And we're going to do Blizzard. Blizzard, 120 base damage is going to absolutely one-shot Pidgeot. Even if Pidgeot damages somehow, it does no damage because we're Rock-type with 125 base defense. Absolutely walled. This is going to go into the Alakazam. So Alakazam, one of the scariest Pokemon in the entire game. We talked about this the entire Nuzlocke. Psychic typing, insane speed, insane special, can do a lot of damage. But we do have a nice counter to it. Now we do, really. Which is going to be Arcadabra, that's right. So Alakazam has Psybeam, Recover, Psychic, and Reflect. So he only really has, Psychic type moves. So our easy way to actually take care of this is just Recover with Tri-Attack. And we're just going to be doing more damage. Because even through the Reflect, we should be doing more damage than him going for like a Psychic. That's not very effective, and against or high special as well. So as you can see, we're kind of matching a little bit the damage right now. The Tri-Attack also has a chance of getting a status condition to your opponent, right? So also have that. He's going to go for the Psychic here. But you also have Recover. I think we're kind of fine unless we get maybe... Ooh, that's a crit. A special defense drop. We'll just go for Recover here. And we're totally fine, I think. I think we completely wall this Alakazam. We have to play around the crit. He's going to try to set another Reflect, and we just keep Tri-Attacking. Obviously, I could have brought, like, Executor for this or something, but I really don't think for just one of Pokemon. And boom! Why did that Tri-Attack crit kill? Because crits go through defense boosts like Reflect. So look at that. Beautiful creature just completely smashing that... the Alakazam as a Kadabra. That's really cool. 2 levels below as well, just because we have a better move pool. This thing is going to go into the Rhydon. So we already talked about Rhydon, probably the best ground type in the entire game. Insane attack and defense stat. But this Rhydon has Tail Whip, Fury Attack, Horn Drill, and Leer. So we're gonna go into Escargot, really. Remember, have a Pokemon that's faster than the Rhydon, so he can really hit the one-hit KO move that he has, which is Horn Drill. And I'm just going to go for the Surf here. Should be more than enough to kill the Rhydon. High defense, really high attack, but very slow and very low special. So if you can just hit it first with Surf or something, easy kill. Even if he did try to do damage, Escargot, high defense, completely walls the Rhydon. That move pool. And very easy part. It's going to go into the Executor. We can stay, exactly, and we're going to go for a Blizzard here. Take down the Executor. Executor has Barrage, Hypnosis, and Stomp. Horrible move pool. It does have a pretty high special, so that does not kill. This is totally fine with me, this Hypnosis. We're gonna stay until we wake up and try to keep using another Blizzard. We don't really need to go anywhere. He only has 2 normal type moves that are not gonna do a lot of damage. That was a crit, and that did barely more than 20 damage, right? So we're just gonna stay for a little while. He's gonna go for the Barrage, doing 2 damage per hit. This means if crit is 4, he can do maximum of 4 times 5, 20 damage, right? We're fine. And eventually we'll wake up. The max time we can be asleep is 5 turns, but I think waking up is better than being asleep, because if we're asleep, if I switch for another Pokemon and kill the Executor, I can never put Escargot back on the field, I think. I think it's much better to do it this way. So we are getting 2 damage for my taste, to be honest. Alright, we woke up. That's good, that's good. We woke up. And just try another Blizzard here. Hopefully we hit. There we go. Nice. And that should be the Executor down. It did do quite a decent chunk after so many hits, but Escargot is still quite nice and healthy. And we're gonna go. He's gonna go into the Gyarados. All right. We're just gonna go into Charge Bolt, right? This Gyarados has Dragon Rage, Leer, Hydro Pump, and Hyper Beam. Very high level, right? 63. We're just gonna go for a Thunderbolt here. This should be 1 AKO. And there we go. This only leaves the last Pokemon, which is gonna be Gary's starter, the Charizard. The Charizard has Rage, Slash, Fire Blast, and Fire Spin. We have so many options for this, right? We can use Diggler if you want. We can use Squishy, Charge Bolt. I'm just gonna go into Escargot. Completely walls fire types, right? With the Rock Water typing. And he's gonna go for a Fire Spin. This means we can't really move for like up to 5 turns, really, or until Charizard decides to go for a different move. But it's only gonna be 1 damage. Totally fine with this. And we're just gonna try to. He's gonna go for Rage. So he's locked on Rage for the rest of the fight. Means there's no threat for our Escargot, and we're just gonna serve. And that's that. The Pokemon Red Deathless Hardcore Nuzlocke has been completed.